Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lock the fuck in, all right? Lock in, bro. All right, this trade recap on how I made $600 today. Yeah, like a light day. I only took it on one of my accounts. On my Tradeify Select account, daily payouts, which is fucking sick. Kind of withdraw it. Yeah, so pretty much I made $600 today. And yeah, let me show you exactly what I did and how I did it. So overall, market opened right over here, right? 9:30, started fucking running higher. All right. Started running higher, and pretty much I had my draw on liquidity. So before the session opened, I saw that the only like unfilled for value gap was all the way down here. Very unlikely to get hit. So in my mind, I was obviously set on continuation longs. All right. I wanted to see price pretty much have continuation longs. Um, and the main draw on liquidity was obviously this high right over here and this intermediate high right over here. And pretty much what I wanted to see was, so this was the trade that I mainly wanted to take. So coming into the morning, like this was the first pullback we got. So we had 9:30 open over here, run higher, all right, run higher like over here, 200 points. And then the first pullback was towards this 5-minute right over here. And then I was waiting for the 2-minute inversion right over here, which we ended up getting, but the inversion was all the way up here. All right. So in my mind, I really wanted to take this, but my stop would have been like huge. And I did not want to take this. Like I wanted to take this, obviously, but the stop was like gonna be insane. So I literally hesitated on that, didn't take it, which ended up fucking ripping like with zero drawdown, which would have been an insane trade. And this was the trade that I should have really like taken today. Like this is like I'm disappointed with myself today, um, because I should have taken this and I hesitated on it, and yeah, was kind of annoying, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. But then what happened? All right, what happened was, so let's take a look right over here. All right, let's take a look at ES, and as you can see, all right, ES swept this high right over here, which NQ didn't, and swept the intermediate high inside the 4-hour for value gap, right? So ES swept both of these draws while NQ didn't. NQ didn't even sweep the first one, let alone this 4-hour intermediate high. All right. So at this point, I'm like waiting for structure. Why looking for structure? Waiting for structure to go lower. All right. Now, the only thing that was a little bit concerning for me is that we have opened up. So we have a double. So we have an SMT at the high time frame, and we opened up another 15-minute bullish for value gap right over here. So that was my only concern right over here, because we traded lower after putting in this SMT. We traded lower inside the 15-minute for value gap and then went higher. All right. Now, as you can see right over here, we put in another SMT. All right. So another SMT, which creates even better structure, because now we have another manipulation leg. All right. So what is the highest time frame inversion in the leg? We have a 1 minute for value gap over here. We have two 1 minute for value gaps. We have a 2 minute, but we do not have a 3 minutes. So the highest time frame for value gap in the leg is this 2 minute right over here. We get the inversion right over here. I smack that shit. All right. Stop loss goes around it. Like I like to put my stop I'll just a little bit above the inversion for value gap. So this was the inversion for value gap. Usually I go for 25 points. I took the inversion. That was my entry exactly. 25,871. I took the short right over here. Now I wanted to target this low right over here, but I had to have at least 1-to-1 R. So I closed the trade right over here for 26 points, 25,845. That was my take profit. And as you can see, immediately after closing it, we went back to break even. Now we did end up continuing lower, but I would have been stopped out of break even before the push lower. So this is why I keep preaching and keep saying, take your piece of the pie, especially when you're going counter trend, right? Because we're obviously bullish, we're obviously trending higher, right? We're obviously trending higher. So taking a short and going for a big home run, or being going for like a lot of like a big win, like a big short, probably you're gonna get stopped out or get stopped out at the break even. All right, like you're not gonna get much of a deep retracement lower. Against the trend, obviously. So in my mind, bro, I'm taking my 1-to-1 and I'm out. And I took a little bit more than 1-to-1. I took $600. I took it with one mini. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was the trade. A little counter trend, reversal trade. Double SMT, then another SMT to validate the structure, and then the highest time frame inversion lower, really only towards the internal low. Like this is a very internal structure trade. Now, right now, what I would want to wait for is a tap right here into this hourly for value gap. Potentially in like 2.5 hours, we're gonna get a 4 hour for value gap over here. So until like we get a tap back into this area, I have nothing to look at in the markets. For me at least, I'm not looking to get anything right now. Yeah, so we have this 5 minute over here, which we kind of got a rejection from, but I do like, for me, I need to see us go back lower towards the hourly for value gap, and potentially the 4 hour that will be opened in 2.5 hours. So this was a trade. Again, as you can see, like all we need to catch is, especially on prop firms, bro, all you need to catch is a small piece of the pie. 25, 30 points, gone, bro. You're gone. Finish the day. Take your TP, bro. $500, $300, $200, bro. As long as you're, bro, if you're on evals, fine. Take bigger trades, obviously because you need to pass the accounts. But on fundeds, bro, like on actual live fundeds, bro, take the money. Take the money, man. Take your piece of the pie. 2 minute inversion, bang, all the way to the internal low, right? I wanted to have at least like a 1-to-1, so I closed it at 1-to-1. So that was a little bit below so I went pretty much break even in their internal low. And then, so as you can see, when we swept that, I went break even, but then we went smash my take profit, and that was pretty much it. So pretty quick trade. That was like 5 minutes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So quick little trade, $600 for the day. I took it only on one of my accounts just because the main draws have already been swept. Like I wanted to take longs towards like these highs right over here, but once ES swept them, then the draws have already been swept. So I didn't want to risk like a lot like on all of my accounts. Because I risk heavy every single trade. I risk $500 every single trade. Like I don't risk 200, 300. I don't go with micros. I really risk only mini contracts. So I didn't want to risk on all of my accounts. I just wanted to take like I took it on my Tradify Select account, which is like daily payout. So I'm really like loose on it, very aggressive on it. So this is pretty much it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you guys learned why I took this trade and why it played out. And that is pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Drop a like down below and subscribe if you want to see my pretty face on your screen once again. And I have a free Discord if you want to ask me some questions, whatever, bro. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys, and peace out.